Hey, what's up, y'all? Welcome back to Casks-n-Que, where whiskey and barbecue meet. I'm your host, Justin Lloyd, and today I have with me...
I'm Al.
It's good to be back.
Back.
That's right, back again.
Back again.
We have been absent from the whiskey scene for quite a while, and as you can see, there's a reason why. Our backdrop is a lot different.
A lot different. It looks great. Looks so good.
Had a lot of help getting this done. David Pugh, good friend of mine, he was able to construct this thing behind me because I knew if I tried to do it, it would be a complete disaster.
It would
fall on your head.
Yeah.
And I would have said a lot of cuss. He didn't even cuss one time.
I would not be safe.
So,
but I would like to point out though, we may have been gone from the whiskey world in public, but not privately.
Well, I even took a hiatus for about 30 days there.
I didn't.
I was drinking too much, Al. Well, I had to take a break.
Well, I had to walk a little bit. I had to lose a little weight, so I may hopefully I look a little thinner.
I've gained weight since our last whiskey video.
Yeah,
my doctor said something about it the other day. Yeah.
Well,
I'm going to have to change
those
doctors. I'm changing doctors. So what we're going to be reviewing today for our comeback review and the new digs here is going to be a Scotch. It's a Speyside, and it is Aberlour A Bunadh. Scholars maintain that the word A Bunadh actually translates to an old Civil War battleship.
Are you shy? I think you're wrong on that there, Lloyd. I'm pretty sure in Gaelic it translates to the original.
Agree to disagree.
Huh.
Let's get into it. Okay, so this is batch 71. This is non-chill filtered, matured exclusively in sherry butts, and comes in at 123 proof.
I've read that it's described as a sherry bomb.
The batch 49 is what everybody kind of holds the standards to as far as a Bunadh goes. Batch 49 was apparently just this amazing bottle, and there's been some, I don't know, complaints or whatever, but people that are big fans of Aberlour A Bunadh have noted that maybe over time there's been less of a sherry influence.
What?
But I don't go that far back, so as you can see,
maybe it's because it was in a battleship.
It is a pretty bottle. I like that it has the wax ring around it. I already took that off, of course, but you can look that up and see for yourself. But it's a really pretty color. It's got that sherry color to it.
I'm excited.
I'm excited about this one too. So let's get into it. Let's give ourselves a pour here.
Might as well. I love that sound.
Me too.
I'm kind of picking up. It's kind of a caramel, almost like a vanilla extract type color to it. A lot lighter than what I anticipated.
I'd call that maybe like a medium amber. Maybe dark, I don't know. It has like some orange type.
Yeah, it's kind of an orangey brown, almost like a, and I hate to say this for...
Not quite copper, maybe?
I hate to say this, almost kind of like a burnt orange, a Texas Longhorn burnt orange type.
Yeah. So when we go to the nose on this one, of course this is a sherried whiskey.
Very fruity.
Like dark fruit?
Very
Fruit forward.
Almost immediately, one of the things that I get is almost like a fig Newton, the fig part.
Oh, yeah, the jam.
The jam part of it.
I get that too, but there's like this mustiness to it, like old books or something.
From the battleship.
It's from the battleship.
Yeah.
But it's a mustiness, but not like in a bad. An old room.
Right, I know what you're saying.
The sherry is definitely there.
It's very pleasant on the nose.
Yeah, and coming in at cask strength, right?
It's not.
It doesn't back you out of the glass at 123.
No, it really doesn't at all, and it's something that you can take into the.
It's pleasant. I mean, you almost want to sit there and just kind of smell it for a while.
It's very, very pleasant.
I get some orange peel in there.
Raisin.
Right, yeah, for sure. And I think I get that from like that Christmas cake stuff.
The fruit
stuff that's not very good, but it's still kind of sweet. It's weird, but in a good way.
What do they call it? The
fruit cake.
Yeah,
Christmas cake, fruit cake. Yeah. And another thing I really noticed on here is the viscosity. I don't know how well that camera's going to pick up, but it's got legs for days. I think that Aberlour says that this is between a 5 and 8 year whiskey.
I mean, it holds very well.
It does. Why don't we go to the palate and see what we got?
Let's go. spice as soon as you hit, but the spice dissipates pretty well, and then you start getting some of those nutty flavors, like a fruit cake in a glass.
It is very spicy.
It's very spicy initially. I mean, it
You drank yours a little faster than I did because, right? I mean, obviously, I've had half this bottle by myself, but I knew for me, this one I don't. I try not to swallow real fast.
I mean,
it does have some hug.
It's still holding in the chest.
Yeah. So for me, the longer I kind of swish it around, it calms it down a little bit, and the flavors really come through, and I don't get the hug.
I wonder if a
yes, a drop of water will calm it down. Do you want to try some water?
I don't want much.
No,
just like a drop.
So on the palate, the intensity of the cask really comes through. So you're getting the punch of sherry. Have I had more sherried whiskeys? Yes, but they've been a lot older, like Glendronach 18, Macallan 18, that kind of thing.
It's a punch.
It's a punch. But the sherry flavor is not on that level of those other malts. It's still there. It's still prevalent. It's still a sherried whiskey.
It's not. It's not the. I wouldn't describe it as the bomb.
I wouldn't.
I've heard.
Yeah.
Others say something about it.
I don't think it is either.
Just a bomb of sherry, but I mean it's good. It's.
I like that it's cask strength and it allows all those flavors to come through.
Yes, and I'm being serious when I say that the Christmas cake is.
Yeah.
That tin cake that you get, that smell, that's what you're going to get. You pour a glass of this, that's what you're going to. It's going to remind you of that.
Yep, it'd be a good Christmas.
Bring you right back to the cake or this.
This.
Yeah, I was going to say not the cake.
MSRP on this bottle is about $100, give or take, depending on the market that you're in. So Al was mentioning that maybe a drop of water would help open this up a little bit. Why don't we try that?
Let's go ahead.
I'm just going to do a little tiny bit.
I just want a little.
Well, I don't even know if I got any water.
I don't even know.
There we go.
There's probably a little too much.
About like that?
Yep, may have been too much.
No, it's all right.
Yep, yours is, of course, yours right.
Yeah. You want to trade?
No, I don't.
I'm about to put the spoon in there.
I
didn't want your indigestion to flare up.
It could happen, according to some. I can immediately tell it is so much different on the nose.
Yes.
Once you put we literally just put 2 drops of water in it, and
it opened up big time.
When somebody says putting water in something,
most of the time I don't like it when you do
I
that.
don't like it. Yeah. There's been very few that we've had that we've gone ahead and put a couple of drops in.
Yeah. That
has made it change and made a difference. This is one of those, especially on the smell, on the nose, that it's made a difference. So
yeah, I would say
you could put a drop or 2 of water in it. It doesn't mean you're filling the glass up with water. It just means you're just putting a couple of drops in there just to open up the flavors.
And like Al said, most of the time when we tried it, I haven't liked it, but this one, it works.
I do like that on the nose.
Yeah, the fruits really come through. It's a much sweeter,
very, very figgy.
Yeah, it's like somebody's has jam warming in a pot.
Yeah,
or,
very, very, very figgy.
Kind of simmering. Yeah,
raisiny.
Yeah, the raisins came forward for sure.
There's got a lot of raisin in that.
Yeah, it's good to taste.
Wow, it took away the punch. I would find it difficult to say that 2 drops of water would take away the punch like it did.
It did.
I'm telling you, it took away that punch in the chest.
And the finish is still there.
It kept more of the flavors
that you want,
I want on the tongue
instead of the spice.
Right.
It might be better with a drop or 2 of water.
It might be.
Yeah. So on the finish, it's long. I'm still tasting it. Let's give this thing a rating. 1 to 5 is usually our scale. 1 being not good, 5 being really good. So I think I'm at about a 4 on this one. I really like it. I think the nose is pleasant. It's got a lot going on. The palate, we went over that. I think it's better with a couple, 2 or 3 drops of water. It opens it up a lot. You'll experience more of the pleasant flavors, and it tones down the ethanol. And on the finish, man, it's It's fantastic. It stays on the tongue for a long time, kind of gets through your sinuses. So, I mean, I'm still tasting that whiskey right now. So overall, I'm a 4.
You're a 4. I think I'm going to go 3.75. The reason that I'm going 3.75 is I just want to be able to pour something out and not have to worry about the water ratio. If I put a little too much in there, how's that going to throw it off? If I don't put any in there, I just want to be able to pour something out of the bottle, drink,
Understood.
and go. And but that's just me. That's just a person.
I like being able to kind of experiment.
Right.
I like to be able to have a higher proof and bring it down if I want.
And that's totally understandable, and it's very subjective.
Yeah. Hey, if you're new here and you enjoy the content, we'll have more coming towards you. Go ahead and like, subscribe, and smash that bell. I'm Justin.
I'm Al.
And we'll see you next time.